Hey geeks, it's Andrea. We are on day 28 of Horror Month 2017, so we are almost done. Horror Month just wouldn't be Horror Month to me without playing some horrifying video games. Alright geeks, let's go! DokiDoki Literature Club. On the surface, this may look like your typical dating sim, but it is certainly not. Under the adorable beginning hides a darker version of the game. When you first load the game, you're greeted with a warning that people with depression and anxiety should not play this game. With fear of giving too much away about myself that I kind of prefer to keep to myself, those are two really huge parts of my life that I struggle with on a daily basis. And seeing that message, I was like, psh, whatever. Those warnings never really have things to back it up, but this game really gets dark. So I think the warning deserves to be there. There are some pretty dark, sad subjects here along with the scares, but there are also some jokes and it's a good game. It is also available for free on Steam, so you should definitely check it out. Don't look it up though, way too many spoilers. The Evil Within. If you like Shinji Mikami's games, The Evil Within is a must-play. It is an amazing game in the genre. Like any good horror game, it can be a bit of a challenge, so if you're one of those people that gets mad after dying a million times, hey, I get it. That's just part of the fun though. The deaths can be pretty gruesome too. There are some pretty epic feeling enemies, and honestly, the game is just wonderful. If you've played through the first one, The Evil Within 2 just came out this month. Cry of Fear. I'm not going to sit here and say this is some perfect game because it is pretty buggy. The engine is a bit dated at this point and it has its fair share of issues. If you're one of those people that is really picky about having the best graphics, this may be a pass for you. What the game does have though is a great horror atmosphere. Between the visuals and the music, you can't go wrong here. As far as the story goes, it's simple and not terribly long, but it tells a nice story, even if it is a bit sad. Haunting Ground. Here's an older one for you. Haunting Ground came out in 2005. Last year we spoke about one of my favorite classic horror games, Clock Tower 3. If you're a fan of that series, you should like Haunting Ground. One thing it has that Clock Tower didn't is a puppy. There's a great feeling that you get when playing through a game as a character who doesn't really know how to fight for themselves. It definitely helps amp up the fear factor and the anxiety. If you like that, definitely check this one out. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. See, I feel bad calling the last game old when this one came out 2 years earlier in 2003. Don't let the age of the game prevent you from playing it though. It's a really great survival horror game. You have to capture ghosts with your camera, the camera obscura. So in this one you kinda do have a weapon, and it definitely does damage. There is something satisfying about using a camera to damage your otherwise invisible foes. This is one of those games that I think everyone who's a fan of horror games should play through once. And not just because it's a classic. I mean, it is a classic because of what it is, not because it just happens to be old. Alright geeks, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We only have a few more days left to Horror Month, so be sure to get the limited time t-shirt before it's gone forever. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. We also have the Horror Month song available on Bandcamp if you're interested. Alright geeks, I'll see you tomorrow.